Okay, welcome back to Guardian Angel Resin Creations. Today I'm going to have my third and last attempt at making a coaster for my sister. So we are using Istoyo again because I found that it did move. I just had my colours wrong, so I was going to show you yesterday's. Too much gold. The white is, I think, nearly okay. And then we have our first attempt, which just turned out too orange. So I've changed my colours up again. This is actually what I'm trying to go for, but it's not going to happen because you can't get a red like that. So I'm just going to try and make like a blooming. Not a bloom, not a 3D bloom, but I'm just trying to get my white to go where I want it to go and not be quite as deep. So today I am going with sparkle red wine, and I'm going to go white this time, so I'm going super white, but I'm still going to put my garnet, my red ink, my black ink in, my white titanium, and I'm going to put some crystal red pearl into my white. So I'm going to go ahead and get all that mixed up. I've got my little warmer on. Does nothing to keep my coffee warm, but it does help me warm up my resin a little bit. So I'll be back when I mix it all up. Okay, I've got all my resin all organised. I've already put the garnet into my dump because I actually wanted to measure equal amounts that I'm dumping into it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what I'm using, like how I'm using it, and then I'll pause you and let it all sit for a minute till it all warms up, and then I shall be back. So let's go. Now I'll get my little spoon over here. I'm going to use one. I don't want to do heaps, so I'm going to do flat spoons. So that is my sparkle wine red, which is going to go around the outside. Then we're going to get our super white, and we are going to use just a little bit bigger than a flat spoonful. Not quite in the picture, am I? There we go. So that was a heaped, but not a massive spoon. So there we go. We have that one. And then we are going to put our drop of black. So just a drop of black in there, of our Montmartre acrylic ink, and then we're going to get our red and give it a shake first. I didn't shake the black, but I'm sure it's fine because it's inks. Okay, we're going to get our red, drop that in. We're going to put a few more than that, I think. 2, 3 drops. Oh, it really does smell, this ink. It smells like dead fish. Okay, got that. And then we will, when we do our white, leave that there. We'll put our titanium white, and we'll put a tiny bit of the crystal red in. So I'm going to go ahead and mix all these up, and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay, I've got everything mixed up now. It's taken me way longer than I was hoping for. Just make sure you're centered there. I dropped my black ink into my thing, and then I didn't mix it fast enough. So it had like a little skin and I didn't realize, so I have had to remake up some more. So I'm just letting it, I'm going to put my white in that one, so hopefully it all still works out. So we are going to just quickly, because it's starting to thicken up, quickly go around the edges. And hopefully we are taping nice and sticky, which means I don't think it's going to move as much as I wanted it to move, which is disappointing. Okay, let's get it all out. And scrape it out the bottom. Oh! Break that stick. I'll just quickly wipe that off my arm. And keep going, because I don't really have time to play with it. See what it did with the black? I don't know whether you can see. It went all chunky, the black. So I've just left that sit to the side. So now we are going to do my white. No, we're not. We're going to do the black. So we're going to pour the black in. So the black, I've just used the Fans Are Rich black in it, because I know that this one has worked in my previous pours. Hopefully I've mixed it enough. Just cannot get this right, and I don't have the resin that I was using before. Okay, I know that that's not mixed properly, so we'll just give it a little mix, because it's not moving. This is not going to be good. Okay, mix. Okay, next we're going to use our pearl. Stick our pearl in there. Okay. So everything has now been sitting. I finished mixing half an hour ago. This only has a 40-minute work time. So I'm running out of time. Okay, get all that in there, stack my cups, and we are going to go our red. I put the tiniest little bit of black in there, like not even a half a drop. Oops. So we'll just see how we go with it. It's going to be a little bit deeper than it was yesterday. Now, even if it makes like a little crackle effect, would be better than what I've been making. Okay. And if all else fails, if this doesn't work, then I will just make my sister a fairy for her fairy garden. So, but I'm sure that she will love it because it comes from the heart. Sorry, I'll just lean across, spray my hands. Now, I'm going to do the first dump. Give me my red stick will do. So we're going to just, I'm not good at mixing my colours today, am I? And I just put bubbles in there. Okay, that's our first dump. Looking pretty so far. So, as I mentioned before, I'm not sure, well hopefully I mentioned, I have equal amounts in all my coloured cups. And then I have a little bit more, but equal amounts in my dumps. Because the last 2 I have just been pouring it in there, and it hasn't been going well. So get that, we're going to let that sit. We're going to give it a tiny bit of a torch, just these fresh ones that I've put in. Sorry about the clicking, but I try not to have the flame on too much. That to the side. Now we're going to do our white. So spray my hands again, make sure there's nothing on them. We're going to get our little stick here, just making sure that you can see me. Put that there. I'm just going to wipe my stick so that there's nothing on there, because I don't really like wiping a resin stick into my colours, because you just don't know that it's not going to set it up. So we're going to give it another go, shall we? Mix it around. And then I'm going to go, oh God, I'm not even in the thing. So I've mixed it around. Then I'm going to scrape off the back, scrape off the sides, and scrape about half. So hopefully you can see how much is on there. It is a fair amount on there, but I want it really white. So stick that in our cup. And then we are going to get our crystal red pearl, and we're going to get our little stick, and I'm just going to go on the end of the stick just to give it a bit of a pearl effect, and see how we go with that. Just move all them out of the way for the minute. Get them out of the way. Okay, now just going to move you over a little bit with my camera. There we go, that's better. Okay, I'm just going to mix this like really well. Scrape my stick, get all that white off it, because this one hasn't been sitting anywhere near as long as the rest of these. So hopefully, hopefully these are going to be okay. After all this work, I'd hate to get nearly to the very end and have it all sitting in the cups. Okay, I'm going to just turn my warmer back on. And I might stick it in my warmer for a second. I've got a little food dehydrator, just a little baby one, cheap one from Amazon that fits these molds beautifully. So I just thought, what is it, 17 degrees outside today. So I wanted it quite chilly because I don't want this to set up real fast. Okay. Very opaque, that's what I want. I want to be able to see the white on the sides. I want to be able to see the white drop down into the center of it. And hopefully, like, I can see it moving, but we'll just see how we go. Gonna this 2 seconds in the heater, actually. My torch. Just gonna give it 2 seconds just to warm it up. I'm gonna stir these. Oh, these are beautiful. Stir that one. Lovely. And then we've got leftovers. Because it's cold, they're not thickening, like they're not hardening. So beautiful. So I might just give this another torch. to get some bubbles out. Go. Now, I'm just gonna give it a little stir, and then I'm gonna actually pour it into its little bag. The cup's quite warm. Now, God, I hope I've done this right now. I know I shouldn't be doing that, but you're going, oh my God, what is she doing? Hopefully not ruining it. So I'll stick it in the little warmer for like 2 or 3 seconds. It normally will take those bubbles out and it'll just warm it up to where I need it to be. So I'll get it out now. Turn off my little warmer. Like, that was all of 2 or 3 seconds. So give it a heat. Some of these bubbles, looks pretty good. And then I'm going to pour it in there. Okay. Got my bag in my little lady again. Now, this is definitely not thick enough, and I'm hoping desperately that I got the ratios right when I mixed it, because I only mixed the tiniest bit for this little thing. Okay, so that took a lot longer than I expected to do. Oh, it is actually quite warm. So I'm going to pull it down, any bit down. Okay. Clean hands, move my lady. Just going to get a bit of paper towel, put it here, and be ready to go. Scissors. Sorry that this is taking longer than I had hoped for. About there. All right. Now we're going to go up, down, across, and across, up, down, across, and across. Then wipe my hands off. Then we're going to dump the next one. Try and get it in the center of that little blob. Hopefully you can see where I'm doing. Right in the center of it, so that it moves it evenly. Okay, scrape that out. I know exactly how much fits in this mold, so I've pretty much measured within probably 2 or 3 mils of how much goes in here. Okay, that one done. That one out of the way. Now we're going to go again. And I am doing them quite thick this time. Spin it around. Okay, let's go. We're going to go in between them. So we're going to go like this. I'm just going to go up like this time. In a star. Because I call it a starburst. And then we're going to go like that. So then we are going to dump number 3. Do I have... Actually, I'm going to go in between those. Right, in between them. Okay, now we're going to dump. So we dump it in the center of the circle. There we go. Push that out. Like, I'm not chucking it in there, but I'm not going slow because I want that to move. So empty it all out. Just see the slight tinge of colour. There we go. Now I'm not going to put rocks or anything like that because yesterday's I ruined it. And I don't think that my stuff drops properly when I put anything in the way of it moving. Right, that's it, that's that one done. And then we are going to do the last bit, which I call a spider web. So, oops, too much. So I try to go around to make it look like a spider web. So hopefully I have not put too much in there before I try to do this. So I am doing it quite thick, as you can see. So I just want enough to go back into that circle. I'm going to have enough. Oops, I just want to squeeze it up there. I want to get the rest in that circle. Wipe that off. Oops, I made a blob. Get back in that circle. And I'm going to go back around until I run out. And hope that blob does not affect what I'm doing. That's it. Oh, I made another blob. Let me see. Spin that around in there. Hopefully my head is not in the way. Okay. Now, last one. Right. Last dump. And then you just, whoops, made a couple of big bubbles. And then we just pour the rest of that in there until our mold is domed. Right in the very center of that. Keep an eye on the mold. Getting higher. Oh. Scrape it out. Beautiful. Fills that mold beautifully. Just give it a bit more of a scrape. That is actually perfect amount in there today. Now I'll just, oops, bit of ink on there. Pull that bit in. And then I'm going to just get this mold. I put a little bit of just sparkly stones in there yesterday, just so that I'm not wasting it. I don't care if you can see, well, you can't, not going to be able to see the ink because this is actually the bottom of it. Scraping that in there. Sorry if my cup is in the way. Go. Last of that in there. I think I've been trying to fill this one up for about probably 2 weeks with my leftover resin. Scrape it all out. Okay. There we go. Last bit. and scrape it on the mould. Here we are. It'll just come off the mould. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to wipe my hands, then I'm going to turn you off, and I will be back for the demold. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much. I'll be back shortly. Okay, let's see how we go. I've had it in my little machine just to finish curing it. It's still a little tiny bit warm. Let's see if we can do third time lucky. So pop her out. And let's see how we go. I have high hopes. Okay. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Oh my God. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted the hole. I wanted to be able to see through it. My petals have dropped exactly how I wanted them. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. You can just see little bits of pink through it. Hopefully we're in focus. So little bits of pink. I've got my petals that I wanted. They're beautiful. I've got that little bit of white on the edge. And I've definitely got it, the pink, the red, where I wanted it. Love it. This is what I've been going for the whole time. Amazing, amazing. Rightio, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the people that have subscribed in the last week or so. Because I didn't have any subscribers before. Thank you everybody for watching my videos, and I will take some photos and catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to quickly show you what I had done a few months ago that I have been trying to replicate. I have the holes in the center. I've got the petals. So I'm going to show you, bring it up a little tiny bit. The petals are pretty much the same. They're all tiny little petals around, and this has got tiny little petals all the way around and out towards the edge, and I love it. So thank you so much for watching. If you want any more information on how I did this, please let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I will private message what I did. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.